When we look at things that repeat over and over again, we talk about how fast it repeats. The definition of frequency is how many times a repetitive action repeats within a time interval, typically 1 second or 1 minute. But maybe you'd rather think about the time it takes to complete a task before it repeats again. This is the definition of period. Mathematically, period is the inverse of frequency, and frequency is the inverse of period, or f equals 1 over t, and t equals 1 over f. I've given you a blue button below this video labeled Click Me to assist you in measuring frequency in period. Hit the blue button every time the cycle repeats, and I'll calculate a running average of the period and frequency in once per second and once per minute. When you're tired of counting, just stop and the counter will figure that out and stop updating. Start over when you want to test a new event. Try it out on the short video of these two kitties. Hit the blue button every time the left kitty raises its paw. I'll now give you 15 seconds of silence for you to measure. You can replay this part of the video if you want to get the hang of measuring period and frequency with the button. I got an average of about 1.1 seconds or 0.9 hertz. What did you get? Our heart is another example of repetitive motion. Let's try measuring our pulse using the same technique of hitting the blue button below this video labeled Click Me whenever we feel a beat. You can try it a few times and see if you get consistent numbers. Look at the rightmost box to see your frequency in units that doctors like to use, namely beats per minute. Hit the pause button on this video to do the test yourself. Sometimes, a doctor will order an electrocardiogram. Electrical probes on the body measure heart signals, and these are plotted out on a tape that moves at the rate of one small box every 40 milliseconds. This is an ECG of a healthy heart. We can measure the heart rate or frequency by counting the boxes. It's not exactly the same period in every cycle because the heart rhythm is always adjusting to the demands of the body. Is the frequency increasing over the course of this ECG or decreasing? I'll give you a few seconds to figure this out and then tell you, or you can pause the video and take a moment to measure the heart rate or frequency in period for this patient's heart. That's right! The period is decreasing very slightly from the beginning to the end of this chart. That means the frequency is increasing very slightly over the short duration of 3.6 seconds. Maybe the patient's getting a bit nervous over the course of this ECG.